This is Dave Hause, and these are my top 10 favorite punk rock cover songs. Let's go with a song by Discount for number 10. This is them covering Help Save the Youth of America by Billy Bragg. Love that cover. They did an EP of Billy Bragg covers. Discount was a great band out of, I think, Florida, and the singer went on to be in the Kills. But they did this great Billy Bragg batch of covers, and Help Save the Youth of America is one of my favorite Billy Bragg songs anyway. So let's make that number 10. Then let's roll into number 9. Joey Ramone's What a Wonderful World. We've all heard this. He's Joey Ramone. Can almost do no wrong when he opens up his mouth and sings. Number 8, I'm gonna go for the Dropkick Murphys cover of The Bonnie. This is a song by a fella called Jerry Cinnamon, who was new to me, and we were on tour with Bad Religion just this past year, and I got a release radar thing, on my Spotify. Here are new songs by bands you've heard before or listened to, or whatever. And The Bonnie was the song that the Dropkick Murphys covered of his and put out on a 7-inch or whatever, and I immediately started texting Al and Ken and the various members, what is this song, And they said, it's a cover by this guy called Jerry Cinnamon out of England. And I quickly devoured his whole catalog after hearing their version. So that's a recent cover that I think is just fantastic. For number 7, let's go with our old pals in the Alkaline Trio. They covered Wait for the Blackout by The Damned, one of the finest of all the punk rock bands, covering one of the finest of all the punk rock bands. I don't know what record it's on or when they made it or how I heard it, just by listening to both of those bands, I guess, but it's great. Number 6, I'm going to sneak Pearl Jam in here. And if for whatever reason you like punk and don't consider Pearl Jam to be a punk band, well, I'm sorry about your luck, because it's my list. And this is Pearl Jam covering I Am a Patriot. This is a wonderful cover. I think it's on a live recording of some kind where I heard it. It's a great song. It's topical. It came across my mind as we were gearing up for the election, and as this election has gone on and on through the year and through the week, the lyric is great. I'm a patriot. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. But I do love my country, kind of thing. And Eddie Vedder delivers it in his typical compelling, beautiful style. Number 5, I'm going to go with Sick of It All's cover of Betray by Minor Threat. Those are two, like Alkaline Trio covering The Damned, these are two of the best hardcore punk the bands ever. Sick of It All covering Minor Threat. It just is peanut butter and jelly or whatever. And Betray is one of the best Minor Threat songs, I think. It's very furious. And then Sick of It All gave their New York hardcore update to it in sometime in the 90s, or God knows when it was. Number 4, I think I'd like to put Joe Strummer's cover of Redemption Song. It's a heartbreaking rendition of the Bob Marley classic on the final Joe Strummer album that they put out, Streetcore. Beautiful. A couple covers, I think, on Streetcore. There's Silver and Gold is on there. I can't remember who did the original, but that's another great cover on Streetcore. So that would be number 4. I'm going to go for number 3, the Bouncing Souls cover of Just Like Heaven. This is one of the greatest songs to me ever written. When the Souls would cover it, when I would work for them, it would just evoke so much emotion. The Bouncing Souls are such a wonderful group of people, dear friends, and they make the crowd feel like they're dear friends with them too. And so when they would play Just Like Heaven, it was like we were all having that, that reminisce of summers past or something. And so I just love when the Souls did Just Like Heaven. It was always like it was like slipping into a warm bath when they would do that one. And then number 2, I'm gonna go with, I mean, everyone loves this version, the Nirvana version of Molly's Lips by the Vaselines. You know, they made it their own. So few people had heard the Vaselines until Nirvana made that cover, me included. That was my introduction into even knowing who the Vaselines were. It's still one of my go-to songs for Nirvana. I don't put Nirvana on as often as you would think. It's kind of sad, you know. It's like sad to go back there for some reason. And but when I do, I like to put on Molly's Lips. I love their cover. And then I think my favorite punk rock cover of all time is by Social Distortion. They covered Under My Thumb. It's a hidden track, I believe. White Light, White Heat, White Trash. But in any case, it's the hidden track there. It's a great album. I'm pretty sure every song on the record starts with feedback, which is so cool that they just said, okay, here's track 6, track 9. Feedback's going to start this one. And they just kept doing that. I mean, it's so cool to me. But I would never have the courage to start every song on a record with feedback. But Under My Thumb, sung by Mike Ness, it doesn't get much better than that. It might even be better to me than the original, and I love the Stones. So that's my number 1. Social Distortion's Under My Thumb. And most people think of Social Distortion cover and they think Ring of Fire, which is cool, but it doesn't even hold a candle to their version of Under My Thumb. That is the one, and I wish they'd play it more often. I toured with them, I think, in 2013, and they didn't play it once. But yeah, it's incredible. Mike Ness delivering that lyric is just bad to the bone. One of the things that gave me the courage to put it out, it was something we were going to do and then maybe just not do anything with. One of the things that my booking agent suggested when I told him about it, he was like, you know, you're probably the only person on planet Earth who loves Patti Costello's songs as much as you love Patty Griffin's songs. And so why wouldn't you put this out? It's so unique to your way of looking at songs and your interests when it comes to songwriters. You know, like I'm as into Brandi Carlile as I am into Social Distortion or whatever. And you know, that was sort of one of the things that emboldened me to go ahead and put it out. I hope we did a good job. I mean, I feel like you know, with Patty Griffin, it's a really tall hill to climb because so much of what she does is in that voice. The way that she delivers the lyric is so heartbreaking, and you know, I don't have that kind of voice, so we had to sort of reimagine her songs in a way that I could deliver them more believably, or without the incredible talent that she has in the vocal part. With the Dillinger 4 songs, I felt a little bit more confident because we just took them so far out of the original source material. In fact, John Hyatt, who, you know, he's a world-class songwriter, and his daughter Lily is a friend of mine, an amazing songwriter. She sang on Double Whiskey, and he heard it. John Hyatt did. In fact, I have to text this to the D4 guys, but he was blown away by how good he thought the song was. And so to me, that means we did the job, because a guy of that stature who's written hits and had a, you know, decade career and has, you know, is probably in the Songwriting Hall of Fame, heard the song and was like, yeah. So I feel like we did a good job, and I like to listen to it, you know, when it's come on, when I have to upload it and, you know, make a post and say like, hey, new song or new record, and I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty cool, and you know, but it was sort of like an art project, like an at-home project where we were like learning to record and got a little bit of equipment, try to remember everything you're supposed to learn when you make albums in studios and apply it to home. So yeah, it was really fun to make. I mean, I love the songs so much, so I hope that's heard, you know, when you put it on. This is someone who is singing songs that they believe in.